Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgets2.com, and today we are going through the quick unboxing and full hands-on review of the Moto X. The Motorola Moto X has been recently launched in India, and it has been launched for a price of approximately 23 to 24,000 rupees, at which you can buy it. However, it is available in the market as of now for a lesser price. We have the box with us, and again, one thing I would like to tell you that we do not have the headphones inside the box for some reason. Again, you will get good quality of headphones within the package of this phone. Only this package does not have the headphones because headphones are actually got misplaced by someone before I got this device. So anyways, let's unbox it and let me just show you all those things which come within the package of the Motorola Moto X in India. So this is how the package looks like, and again, as you can see, the Motorola logo over here, Moto X branding over here. At the back side, it is a Motorola, a Google company. However, it is no more a Google company. It has been bought by Lenovo, and the transition is on. So the first thing which we get in the package is the device itself, which is the Motorola Moto X, sorry. And I have been using this device for like 2 weeks now, and one thing which I really like about this device is the active notifications which actually get displayed on the lock screen itself. So even if the screen is actually locked and you have the display like this, you will have the notification icon from that particular application from which there is some notification pending, and you can read that notification by just tap and hold. So you tap and hold and you can read the notification. I was getting a notification from Gmail which I missed, but again, you can do that. You just need to tap and hold and it will show you the notification and with some content what we have in that particular notification. So we will take a look over that later. This is how the device looks like. We have the white color version of the Motorola Moto X, and you do get this device in walnut wooden finish as well. This is the white version. Although this is matte finish at the back side, it does have a texture which is not something which you can feel, but it is for the look of it, as you can see. And again, the overall build quality of the phone is quite good. However, it is plastic which is being used, but very good quality plastic which they have used on the Motorola Moto X, just like the Motorola Moto G. So this phone also feels very solid and very good to hold in my hand, and nice built in terms of the overall quality of material which has been used. And again, this phone accepts a nano size SIM card, just like the iPhone 5 and 5s. So you will have to cut your SIM card to a nano SIM in order to use it in this phone. And then at the bottom we have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. Here we have the primary microphone which is at the front, at the bottom in the glass itself. Does not look that great, but again, okay, not a problem. You have the proximity and ambient light sensors over here at the top. You have the metallic earpiece below the glass, and then you have the front camera. The front camera on this device is a 2 megapixel camera which can record high definition video as well, and this is pretty good for doing video chat as far as the video chat is concerned. When it comes to the rear camera is a 10 megapixel camera, but again, it is not that great in terms of the overall camera performance, and I will let you know more in this review in the later part of it. You do have LED flash as well, and then you have the loudspeaker over here which is on the curved part of it. You also have another mic, secondary mic, which is again for noise cancellation, and you do have another mic over here as well. So this device in total has 3 mics. One is the primary mic over here, another secondary mic for noise cancellation and video chat, and there is one more secondary mic for noise cancellation and video chat. And again, not all these mics are actually going to be for noise cancellation. This is actually for taking your voice, because this device does have 2 cores dedicated for taking some kind of voice commands which works with Google now, and you can actually control this phone without even touching it with your voice. So we will talk about all those features which includes active display and other things in this video in the later part of it. So and this is the secondary mic for noise cancellation and video chat, whereas this one is actually being used for taking the voice commands, and then you can do a lot of things on this device without even touching it. And then if we take a look on this side, we have the buttons. These are metal buttons which gives you a good amount of feedback, feels great, quite sturdy. And then this is the volume rocker, this is the power and sleep key, and at the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack, and this is how the phone looks like. Here we have the SIM card tray which will come out and it will accept a nano SIM. So let's keep the phone aside for a while and let's take a look what we have in the package apart from the device. So once we open the package, the first thing which we see after the device is some user manuals from Motorola. There will be user manual in Hindi as well in case you would like to have it, and then you have a quick start guide in Hindi. Again, they have designed the user manual for Indian audience, and they have given the manuals in Hindi language. This is the micro USB cable, a standard one, micro USB to USB cable. You have some earbuds for the headphones, and again, headphones are not there inside this package, but you will get in-ear headphones within the package. Not in-ear, but standard headphones, sorry. Standard headphones you will get, and you also have a clip in case you would like to use it. You also have a SIM ejection tool which comes within the package, which looks like this, as you can see. And then you have a charger. This is the last thing which is there in the package, and they have optimized the charger in such a way that it fits to the Indian power port scenario. And again, the power output from this charger is so it is a 1150 ampere charger. It is little bit above 1 ampere, so that's good. It will be good for charging your device faster, especially the Motorola Moto X will charge faster with this charger. That is something I can say, and that is something I've experienced as well. So let's keep all the things inside the package again, including the charger and other things, and let's keep the box aside for a while, and let's take a look what we have as far as the Moto X is concerned. Now here we have the Motorola Moto X, and talking about the form factor of this device, one thing I would like to say is that this phone is a really good handy phone. You can hold this phone in one hand, you can easily comfortably use it. All the parts of the screen are accessible even with one hand without any issues, and this is something which is the best thing about this phone, especially in case you would like the smartphone to have a bigger display, but it should not have a too much huge display that you may not be able to use it with one hand, and that is the problem with people face these days. But this phone will not give you those kind of problems. As far as the weight of this device is concerned, the weight of the device is slightly heavy. I would say considering this much of display size, I was not expecting the overall weight of the device to be this much. However, the weight mentioned in the specification is around 130 gram, but I think it is little bit above 130 gram, but it feels solid in hand. That is more important, and it can also resist to a couple of drops from the waist height, even from the shoulder height as well. You have a proper protection on this device. As far as the front is concerned, the front has a Corning Gorilla Glass protection, and again the display is pretty good. The kind of pixel density you get on the display is commendable. You have a 312 pixel density on this device as far as the display is concerned, and everything on the device as far as display is concerned looks good. You can view the display from extreme angles without any issues, and that is something which is pretty good. The overall amount of color production on this device feels very natural. Everything feels pretty good as far as colors are concerned on this display, and the viewing angles are also good. The display resolution is 720p. It is high definition resolution, not full high definition. It is 720 into 1280. That is the resolution which we have, spread over 4.7 inch of display diagonal, and the pixel density is 312 pixels, so which is good. And again, when we talk about other things of the device, when it comes to the memory, this device is available in 16GB model as of now, as well as in 32GB model as well, and you have 2GB of RAM coupled with it. So the kind of processor it has, it is a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, and when we talk about the exact processor, it is a dual core 1.7 GHz processor, carrier based, and it is having Adreno 320 as the GPU. Again, the kind of performance it offers with this dual core CPU and the kind of GPU it has, it gives you one of the best performances you can get at this price point with this kind of display size and with this kind of form factor. And this is something I'm saying after using this device for like more than 2 weeks. So taking a look over the device in terms of the UI is responsive, the screen is responsive. It is almost stock Android in terms of the overall UI. There is very little amount of customizations on the device. There are some applications from Motorola, which is Motorola Migrate, Motorola Assist, and there are some voice related features as well which make this device unique. One thing which is good about this device, apart from any other phone out there in this price segment or above that as well, is that as far as the overall design of the back cover is concerned, the back cover is again non-removable, and again battery cannot come out of this device, but the back cover is designed in such a way that it is having a curve, which gives this device a very good feel whenever you hold this device in one hand, and again it makes this device easy to hold in hand, and it also gives you a nice grip. The thickness of the device is around 10.4mm at this point, whereas it goes thinner over here as well as over here, but again the thickness is not uniform all the way. Even if you compare the top side with the bottom side, it is different, but again that is not of a big issue, especially in case you are not looking at it and in case you are not worried about it. It does not cause you any problem as such in terms of usage of the phone. So this is how the UI look like. Let me just show you some of the applications. We have the phone dialer over here, and again the phone dialer is kind of stock Android kind of, and you do not have the option of making a video call. So this is how the messaging application look like, and if we compose a new message, the interface is again stock Android, nothing new in this messaging application. When we talk about swipe to type, you do have that supported on this device, which is a good thing, and it also gives you the suggestion whenever you do the swipe to type, even in this pop-up mode, which is definitely better and useful as compared to the other modes which we have seen. So typing is not an issue on this device. The keyboard keys are again pretty big in size on this 4.7-inch display, so you will not face any problem while typing on this device. If you have thick fingers, you can always type in the landscape mode as well. So all these things are there. As far as application which you get pre-installed on this device, you get Motorola Assist application, which will again help you control this phone in the sleeping mode, especially in driving mode. You have a meeting mode as well. So you have a lot of modes on this device which will work, especially in case you are driving. You can control the phone with voice commands. It will read out your messages, it will read out your email as well in case you would like it to. And then in the sleeping mode, you can actually adjust when the device should be silent, from what time to what time. You can select that. And in a meeting mode, you can actually select whether it should silence itself whenever a call is coming, or it should auto reply to the missed calls from favorite messages or from favorite people in your contact list. So all these things are supported with the Motorola Assist application. You have a camera application, which is again not too great, I would say. The camera interface is simple to use, very sleek, but again the kind of picture performance, the kind of picture you get in terms of the quality from this device is not that great. Even with the 10 megapixel camera, I am not very happy with the pictures which I got from this device. So we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about other application. You get all the Google set of application pre-installed, all the Google Playbooks, Play Games, and all those things are there. And you also have some other applications which come from WhatsApp. Download application link is there. You also have Photos application, and then you have Motorola Migrate application as well. So all these applications are there. Apart from this, you can always install more application. Let me just show you the settings of the phone. This is how the notification center look like, and here you have the notification toggle, very much stock Android again. And again, when we take a look over the about phone, this phone is right now running Android 4.4 KitKat, and again the kind of system updates you get on Android, you will expect to get much faster on this phone. As far as the computing platform is concerned on which this device is based, it is not the A7 architecture which we normally see in this price segment or any other phone from different Android OEMs, but this device is actually coming on the system of Motorola X8 mobile computing platform, which is a different architecture altogether, and it is pretty good in terms of the overall performance and day-to-day usage. That is something I can say. So talking about the storage as of now, let me just show you the storage scenario. And again, out of 16 GB, you get around 12 GB approximately, or 11.88 GB to be very precise, available on this device. And as of now, around 8.46 GB is available. And one thing which is not very good thing about this device is that you do not have support for micro SD memory card on this device, so you cannot expand the storage. So the storage is going to be limited factor on this device, which you cannot expand with the micro SD memory card. Although whether you have support for OTG or not, this is something which we will confirm in the later part of this video. As far as display settings are concerned, let me just check for automatic brightness. So you do have that. The ambient light sensor is over there. You do have wireless display supported as well. This phone does have NFC as well supported. So especially in areas, in locations where you have tap to pay supported with the help of NFC, you can make the payment with this device as well. And then some other features which are related to the software which are there on this device is, first of all, is the Motorola Connect, which actually allows you to connect to your device, especially with the help of a software which you can install with the Google Chrome extension as well. So you can install a Google Chrome extension on your Google Chrome which you are using on your PC or Mac, and then you can connect to this device and do a lot of things. Like you can keep up with calls. Whenever a call is coming on the phone, you will get the alert over there on Google Chrome itself. You will also get the alert for text messages as well in that case, especially in case you are getting a text message on your Motorola Moto X. So all these things you can do. You can actually reply to those text messages as well from the Google Chrome extension. But I'm not too sure about the functionality. We will showcase that in a separate video. As far as the touchless controls are concerned, this is how the touchless control will work. And again, one thing I'm not too happy with is that even with my accent, I'm not sure whether I have a very great accent or not, but when I record a voice, it does not take my voice. Even with slow in a quiet room, it does not record this okay Google now. Let me just do it again. Okay Google now. So right now it is saying the room should be quiet. Even when I go to the quiet room, this thing is not working on this device specifically. However, all the other features of Google Now are working, and I will show you that as well. Then we talk about the active display. Active display is something which we told you about earlier, as per which on the notification screen itself you will get certain notifications on the lock screen, and even before you unlock the phone, you can actually see that. You can also have a privacy option in which it will hide the notification detail for that particular application for which the notification is getting displayed, so you can do that. And again, this is called the active display, and this is battery friendly notification. That means if the notification is actually getting displayed on the lock screen, don't worry about the battery, because it will not consume the battery much. It does have some dedicated codes for contextual computing, especially for these things, and this way, especially for the voice, it has those cores. And with this kind of technology and with this kind of things which have been implemented on the chipset, you can actually consider this device to be much better on the software front as far as the other phones which you might have used from Samsung and other brands, in which you have a lot of bloatware installed and you end up not using it. So you pay for it, but you end up not using it. These are the connectivity options. You have support for Android Beam. You can actually transmit the app content through NFC. You do have NFC support as well. You have support for VPN. Under mobile networks, you do have support for tethering as well. So tethering is supported on this device as well. I'm not able to locate that as of now, but again, it should be under over here. So okay, you have the portable option of creating a portable Wi-Fi hotspot, and you can share the 3G internet on this device. So all these things you can do. You have a lot of software features implemented on this device, which actually makes this device very good, especially in terms of the overall software experiences you are looking for. This device is pretty good on the hardware front with 2 GB of RAM, which is coupled with a dual core processor. The kind of performance you get, you will get a better performance even as compared to a phone which has a quad core processor. Let me just show you the scenario for the RAM as well. As of now, we are not running too many applications in the background, but when we take a look over the RAM, around 680 MB of RAM is being used out of 2 GB, and 1.1 GB is free. So the device is responsive because of this as well, and the overall performance of the device is not at all laggy. I do not face any lag on this device till now. After using this device for like 2 weeks, the device is responsive all the time, and something which I really like about this device is that you will not face the lag, which is very good. And then you have location services, which does allow you to use this device for GPS navigation as well. It will work right away without any issues. I can show you some sensors as well, and these are the services which are supposed to be running, especially in case of you request a location data from this device. So you have to make sure that these services are running. Make sure you check them, and you can actually get to know about them. Apart from this, if we take a look over the system configuration or the hardware configuration of this device, let's open Quadrant Standard and show you the information about this device. So this is the model number. This is XT1052, and then the processor on this device is ARM V7 processor. And again, when we talk about the hardware, it is MSM 8960. When we talk about the display is 720x1184 because of these touch capacitor buttons which are there within the display. So effective resolution is not the complete 720x1280, it is 720x1184. And again, when we talk about the sensors, you have a large number of sensors on this device, almost as much sensors as you will see on a high-end smartphone. At this price point, the kind of sensors you get is pretty commendable. This device has a lot of sensors, which actually allows you to launch the camera of this device like this. You can actually launch the camera this way. Okay, now it is working. So this is how you can launch the camera. You can also process some voice commands. You can say okay Google now, and it will respond to your queries. For example, if we run Google now as of now, and if I say some queries, Okay Google now. So you have to say it slow, and let me just try locating something out of my place. Pizza Hut nearby.
Here are the listings for Pizza Hut within 6 kilometers.
Call Abhay. Okay, so sometimes it does get the queries in the right way and sometimes it may not, but most of the time it works pretty fine. So with the kind of features it offers, this phone is pretty good. The kind of experience it offers, this phone is really good. So in all, I would like to give a very good thumbs up rating for this device. That is something I would like to say. And before I conclude my review, let me just show you the sensors in details again. So when we talk about the sensor, we have a magnetic field sensor as well. We have rotation, brightness, proximity, camera activation sensor, which actually allows you to launch the camera like this. So as you can see, it is a dual core phone, and again I can see that the core one is stopped right now, and this is something which is good about this device, because the kind of the software optimization which is there on the phone, it actually stops the core whenever it does not need it, and it saves the battery. So even when this device has dual core CPU, whenever the core 2 is not required, it will stop it, and this way it will save the battery to a greater extent. This is how the detailed information for the device looks like. This is the chipset which we have from Snapdragon, and then we have 4.4. This is the screen resolution in terms of the DPI, and then we have the screen density, the pixel density of the device as well. Total amount of RAM available out of 2 GB is 1796 MB, that is 1.8 GB approximately, which is good. So let's talk about the camera UI on this device. Taking a look over the camera UI, it does have autofocus, as you can see, and you can toggle it to the front camera as well over here, and this is how the view will look like from the front camera. The front camera is pretty good, especially to do a good quality video chat. You can do a high definition video call from the front camera, which is pretty good, and the kind of video feed it provides, the kind of colors it has, the details it has is also pretty good. Getting back to the rear camera, let me just toggle back to the rear camera and show you the options. So here we have the video mode. You just need to tap on it and then you can take a start recording a video. When we talk about the photo mode is quite simple. You do not have any shutter, especially for the photo mode. You don't have any button. You can tap anywhere on the screen, it will focus and take a photo. So this is how it will take the photo, especially this is the photo you will get whenever you take it with light. The kind of colors you get and the kind of details I get is really good with light. And again, we have taken this photo in a room with some artificial light, and let me just turn off the artificial light and see how does it perform, especially in the low light scenario. So when we take a photo right now in the low light scenario, and let me just turn on the display again, so you can compare both of these photos. This is how the photo looks like. The photo does not look good at all. It does not have good amount of details, it does not have good colors, and this is something I was telling you. So this is something which I have noticed on this device. The kind of picture quality you get in low light is not up to the mark, and again the camera shutter is not very precise in terms of capturing details all the time. You have to make sure that you hold the device stable, but if you hold the device stable and if you do it right, you will get some very good images, and you need to have proper amount of light as well. So this is how the camera quality will look like. When we talk about the options with it, which is there, you can always tap and hold to take the bus shots as well. So this is how you can take the bus shots. And again, in order to reveal the settings for the camera, I think you need to slide from the left, and then you have the HDR mode supported. You can control the flash. You have focus mode as well. You can have tap to focus as well, which you can enable, so you can do this. And again, when we enable this, you can actually tap on a screen and it will focus. You do have that. And again, you can actually specify the focus point in this case, which actually helps you. You can also record a slow motion video from this device, which we will show you, especially whenever we publish the review of this device on the website. You can do that. You can make it to the slow motion. You do have panorama mode supported, and then when we talk about the other settings, we do have some more other modes as well. This is the shutter tone off, or the shutter sound off. You can do that, and this is the option which actually twists the phone, which allows you to to twist the phone with your wrist and then you can launch the camera. So you can disable this feature as well in case you don't want this feature to be there on this device working all the time. So this is how the camera UI look like. You can record high definition video from the rear camera at 720p as well as at 1080p. You can do that. Now one thing which I would like to tell you, for the people who don't like the camera UI on this device, you can always install Google Camera, which will give you more options and slightly better quality of images in case you would like to have more features, and a background blur option as well is supported, which is called the lens blur in the Google Camera. Again, this camera application is going to be supported on this device as it is running KitKat. The Google Camera application support devices which are running KitKat, so you can install that application and then you can have slightly better photos. Let's talk about the gaming performance on the device. Let me just run a game as of now. So as you can see, we are running Temple Run OZ, which is a casual graphic intensive game. The kind of colors I see in this game rendering is pretty good. The kind of response I'm getting from the touchscreen is also pretty good. There is no problem. You can play this game without any issues on this device. The touchscreen response is good and the graphics are also pretty fine. The draw distance for the game is also pretty good, and the gravity sensor on the device is also working well, as you can see. So in all, you can play this kind of a game or like Subway Surfer or any other casual game quite smoothly on this device without any issues. So now we are playing this game called Frontline Commando D-Day, and it is a little bit graphic intensive game. So I am going to show you the overall performance of this device when it comes to handling the game graphics for this specific game. So as you can see, all the controls of the game are visible on the screen itself, and there is no problem while playing this game till now. I can easily aim and shoot, which is good. There is no frame drops or any kind of graphic lag which I could notice till now while playing this game, and the game is running smoothly. That means you can play a lot of the games like this and other ones which has a lot of graphics on this device quite smoothly. With the kind of GPU you have on the device, this device is going to perform pretty good on the gaming front. The Ninamark score which we have got for this device is almost a perfect score which we could get, is 60.6 FPS, which is a pretty good score, and again you can play heavy as well as medium graphic intensive games on this device without any issues. So let's take a look over the Antutu benchmark scores now. The score which we have got on Antutu is again pretty impressive, that is 22771, and again this device ranks in between HTC One and Samsung Galaxy Note 2 in terms of the benchmark figures, which is pretty good. And when we talk about the detail score, this is how the detail score look like for the UX, RAM, CPU and GPU and input and output storage as well. So the score looks good. Let's take a look whether this device supports OTG or not. Let me just try connecting OTG flash drive with this device and let's see whether it supports it or not. So we have just connected the flash drive and it has detected the same, so which is good. Again, this device has limited storage, but again you do have support for connecting a flash drive, and you can open this flash drive in a file manager, which again will not come pre-installed on this device. You can install different kind of file managers from the Play Store and you will get them for free, but this device does support OTG. That is something which we can confirm. How it will support it, whether you can actually access the files on it or not, that is something which still need to be tested. So whether it has complete OTG support or you can say a limited OTG support, that is something which we need to check. Means the limited storage will not be a problem on this device for long, especially in case you have a flash drive. You can connect it with the OTG cable, or in case you have a OTG drive like this, you can connect it directly to this device and then you can play movies, play files, consume data from your flash drive, even when you don't have to transfer that on the limited storage on this device, which might not be that much in terms of free storage which you might need for a 1 GB or 2 GB movie. So you can carry that movie on a flash drive and then you can consume it through the flash drive with the help of OTG feature on this phone. So now we are playing a YouTube video from our channel, as you can see, and this video is getting played in full screen without any black bars on the side or on the top, so which is good. The resolution at which this video is playing, it is high definition, and the overall sound which I get from the loudspeaker is pretty loud. Again, it is not the loudest which we have heard, but it is pretty loud. When you place the device like this on a table, the sound will get muffled to an extent, but again the sound will not get blocked, but it will get muffled when you place the device like this on a table. So this is something which we would like to tell you. And the viewing angles on the device, so as far as the viewing angles are concerned, the viewing angles on the device are also pretty good. You can view the display from extreme angles even when a full screen video is playing, which is good. The kind of battery backup which you will get on the Moto X is going to be unpredictable at times, because I have been using this device for around 2 weeks now, and the kind of battery backup I have got is around more than 1 day most of the time, but at times it has given me around less than 1 day of battery backup. In all, you can conclude that you will get around 1 day of battery backup from this device. The battery on this device is pretty okay, although it is kind of sealed, but the battery is 2200 mAh, which is sufficient to give you good amount of battery backup, even at least for a day. And in case you are a moderate user, then you will get more usage, more than a day, and in that case that means you don't play a lot of videos, you don't play a lot of games. But if you do any of these two things excessively, then you will not get 1 day of complete battery backup. So that's all from us as far as the quick hands-on and full review of the Motorola Moto X. We really like this phone on the software department. It does give you good amount of features in terms of the voice, in terms of what you can do on the software is something which is commendable. The software is smooth, fluid enough. The kind of experience you get on the software level on this device is pretty good. You forget about the hardware and you get a very good smooth UI phone which is responsive, which is fast enough in day-to-day usage. There is no problem. The battery backup is not that great all the time, but it is pretty okay in that department as well. The overall performance from the phone is good. The camera is something from which we are kind of disappointed. We are not very happy with the camera, but again it is okay. In case you would like to take decent shots, you can do that, provided you have some camera knowledge, or in case you take the photos without shaking your hand, you will get pretty good photos with good amount of light which should be there in that photos. So that's all we have. Do let me know if you have any specific questions for the Motorola Moto X. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.